For the adhesive removal, we're going to try a couple of different approaches. The first is to use Goof Off, and I've measured a bit here into this beaker, and I'm going to use a foam sponge brush type thing, soak it in the Goof Off, and then make sure that I really soak the adhesive very thoroughly. The second method is I'm going to try to use brake clean. I read that this is another mechanism that could work. We'll try these two patches first, and I will start to apply the Goof Off. Get it nice and wet. And I am just going to let that sit there. And then for this one, we'll use the brake clean. Again, make it nice and wet, and we'll let it sit there for about 5 minutes or so and see what happens. So it's been about 5 minutes. Let's come back to this adhesive and see what happens. I've got a plastic razor here. So this is the one that we treated with Goo. There's very little difference. Excellent. And this is the one that we treated with brake cleaner, and there's very little difference on here as well. So now what I've done is to thoroughly drench this in Goo and not let it sit. So remember, this has already had one application of the Goof Off, Goo, whatever it's called, and I let it dwell for 5 minutes or so. Now, and presumably that soaked through and then evaporated, and now what I've done is I've applied the Goof Off again and totally saturated it and immediately started scraping, and now it's come off. No, it's probably still adhesive. In fact, I can feel there's adhesive residue. It's tacky, so I'm going to put some more of the Goof Off there. Rub it in, and you can see why it's a good idea to wear a glove. And that's it, that's removed. Let's see what happens if we put more brake cleaner on this other one. Start scraping immediately. Well, it's definitely coming off. It does feel like the Goof Off is being more effective. Since recording earlier, I picked up some of this 3M adhesive remover. So I've oriented the wheel vertically. Give this a bit of a spray, get it nice and wet. Certainly seems to be coming off more easily than with the Goof Off. I suppose the real test would be to apply some of the Goof Off to this area. Okay, so let's compare. This area is now saturated with the Goof Off. And it's also coming off pretty well. Well, hard to say. Looks like it's possibly about as effective as the 3M stuff. Let's try putting some of the 3M on. On balance, I think the 3M is a little bit more effective, but certainly seems that the Goof Off is doing a good job.